Okay, so today we are sitting in the women's space, women's housing as it's being built. It's almost done, which is super exciting. And so my first question for you guys is 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you had a vision and a dream that the Lord put on your heart. Can you share a little bit about how that went down? Chris, why don't you start?
That vision really was just, I look back now of God just putting certain people together at a certain time that there was a vision for a program. I never realized how big that program would get or how big that vision would get. And it really just started with me calling Kip and saying, hey, you want to buy the career center? With me not having no idea of what it would cost to just heat this place, do electric, do anything in this place. It was just off of a whim of, hey, let's buy the career center and see what happens. So it really just started with just God putting the right people together.
And then when he called me, I just happened to be talking to Doug. Just mentioned to Doug that Chris and I were going to bid on it, and you were like, count me in. I was like, I'm not really asking you to be a part of it. And you're like, you kind of insisted to be a part of it. And it kind of what Chris said, it was God all along, because had Doug not come into the mix, we wouldn't have been able to get to the number we needed to attain the building. And so, but to your question, did I have any idea that it would actually come to pass?
Yeah, because 5 years later, like, we're sitting in this space. Like, did you ever think we would be here?
Honestly, I never doubted it. I never doubted it. Now, the people I'd give tours to, they would doubt it on many occasions, and I could see it in their eyes. When I explained, this is going to be the women's section, and they would look at me like, okay, you say so. But I never wavered on the faith part, because there was a strong sense that this was of God. Now, how we were going to get there, I didn't know what that looked like, but what he did do is put three guys together who weren't afraid to start moving in that direction. That's kind of what we did. And there were times when the cart got ahead of the horse. Had to circle back, but yeah, speaking for me, there was no doubt in my mind. And there was never a point where my faith got wavered either.